Thank you for coming back to my channel for your stimulus check and stimulus package update. We got a lot to cover here today, but first I want to say thank you for all the support that you give me on this channel and allowing me to do this. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Y'all, on this channel I don't only give you what I hear from the news and from articles, but I also give you my opinion, and that's something that other YouTubers don't do. I guess they're scared to put their opinion out. I am not scared to put my opinion out because I do not pretend to be a news reporter. I am a YouTuber. All these other people want to pretend to be news reporters. Okay, first of all, this is something you won't hear about in mainstream media. I got a letter today from the president, but it's from the Internal Revenue, but it's got his signature on it. Y'all, I try to call this right down the middle because I hate both sides equally. So I know I'm going to get hate for saying this. But y'all remember when President Trump sent out these letters? He got all kinds of hate for wasting all of this money to mail them out to everyone. And of course, President Trump's signature was on it. Well, look at right there. That's President Biden's signature. But President Trump got tons of hate over it. You won't hear this in mainstream media, and I guarantee you President Biden won't get the hate from it like President Trump did. Okay. One more thing about this letter. It's kind of strange that they went out and people started getting them on the same day as President Biden's rally speech, because really that's all it was a rally cry. Did y'all see President Biden last night? He had a lot to say, and he sounded very good. But if you really dig down deep, he really didn't say that much. He had a lot of words coming out, but it was stuff that we already knew, and stuff that a lot of people just wanted to hear to make them feel good. The attendance for this speech, normally it was around 1,400 people in the chamber for these speeches, but last night only 200 was there on kind of the COVID distancing. There was no handshakes, no hugs, and all it was knuckle bumps. And I know that was hard on President Biden because he likes to grab people. Okay, first of all, President Biden talked about his first 100 days in office. I ask you, are you any better off today than you was before he took office, financially or any other way? But he was talking about how great of job he's done in his first 100 days. And I agree, he's done a lot of good stuff. But then a lot of the stuff that really needs to be done hasn't been done yet. When it comes to vaccine, he's done an outstanding job on vaccines. I think it's a damn shame that a lot of people has took the vaccines and made it into a political thing. Y'all, the vaccines is not a political thing. It's about saving lives. It's time we all get vaccinated, and I know a lot of you will hate on this, me saying this, and that's, you're right. I've got a right to say it, what I feel. But people that's not getting the vaccines, you're part of the problem. And I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to be part of the solution. President Biden talked about how great it is that they're providing rental assistance. How great this program is. But why don't he try to tell this to families that are still being evicted? Because there are families still being evicted. No matter if the eviction, the ban on evictions is still in place, But these people are still being evicted. Now, he needs to go to them face to face and tell them how great this program is working. And y'all, he's still talking about the $15 minimum wage increase. Y'all, this was a rally call because he needed to boost morale in the chamber because it was so somber. I mean, you didn't hear anything. But he's still talking about the $15 minimum wage when he knows it will not happen. If it does happen, it will be years down the road. It won't be overnight. You won't wake up tomorrow and go to work and be making $15 an hour. I mean, and just think, if it did, all the people that don't have a job now, how many more people would not have a job? We need to slowly stair-step to get to that point. Do I think we need $15 an hour minimum wage? Yes, we do. But not overnight. So that was just a rally cry. He talked about ending cancer. And I could not agree with him anymore. I mean, ending cancer hits home with me because I am a survivor of stage 4 throat cancer. But this will never happen because our government and any other government around the world will not allow that to happen, because ending cancer would end a lot of funding, a lot of jobs, a lot of billions and billions of dollars being spent on cancer. And all of these doctors would not be getting rich. Y'all, I could talk for days on cancer, but I won't do it here. But cancer is nothing more than big pharma making big money. And it's a scam all the way around the world. It could have been cured years ago. He talked about Pell Grants. We need to get more Pell Grants out. And I agree, Pell Grants is a good idea. But we also have professional students that lives off of Pell Grants. Now, I'm all for people getting Pell Grants to go to college, to start a career. So give it to them. But if they get out of college and don't start a career, don't get a job in the field of study, then that Pell Grant should become a loan and you have to pay it back. It's not free money. He talked about lowering drug prices. When will we ever stop talking about it and just do it already? We pay 3 times more in America than any other country pays for drugs. Why? We make it right here. Why do we pay so much for it? It's big pharma and our government working hand in hand. And he's also still talking about the tax increase. It will not hurt anyone that makes less than $400,000 a year. I disagree with that 1,000%, because these people are not going to absorb this price, these taxes. They're going to pass it on to us through the cash register with higher prices. Everything is already going up and they hadn't even done the tax increase yet. But they will. I think companies ought to pay their fair share, and that should be a flat amount across the board, percentage. Just like we pay sales tax when we go buy a candy bar. Okay, we only pay a few cents for that tax, but now if we go buy an automobile, we pay a lot more. And that's the way companies should be. They should pay more when they make more. Amazon, don't pay any sales tax. We need to close these loopholes and start making Jeff Bezos pay his fair share. Can you imagine what the money from Jeff Bezos alone would do? Warren Buffett. Now he says it's wrong to do this, but it's the law, so he does it. he pays less taxes than his own secretary because he has the loopholes. They're legal loopholes, so he uses them. He makes no qualms about that. But he also says it's wrong. We need to close these loopholes. Let them pay their fair share. Okay, and this is where I want to get some more hate right here. He talked about 3 and 4 year olds getting free kindergarten. Y'all, please, come on. Let's call this what it is. It's free daycare. That's all it is. You cannot tell me a 3-year-old baby is going to go to kindergarten and learn a lot. They're going to go take naps. They're going to have snack time. They're going to play games. It's daycare. Let's call it what it is. And then if people still wants to give free daycare, give it. Y'all, there was a little old lady in the chamber during President Biden's speech. Now, everybody was clapping for what Joe Biden was saying. There she was, little old lady. She didn't have any hair. I don't know who she was, but she must have been somebody of importance or else she wouldn't be there, right? Well, when everybody started clapping, she goes with her paper in her hand. She has no idea what she was clapping about. She was clapping because everybody else was clapping for Joe Biden. That's how our government works. Y'all, that speech was a waste of time. And y'all, please let me know in the comments what you think about all of this garbage. Let me know what you think about his speech. It sounded good. He said the words that people wanted to hear. But it was all talk. I do agree he's done a lot of good things since he's been in office. He has not done a lot of things that should have been done. Y'all, I love you all. Sound off in my comments. Let me know what you think about all this stuff. Speak as if you're talking to your lawmakers, your senators, your congressmen, your president, your vice president, the Federal Reserve, your governor, your local government. Maybe somebody will hear you, and maybe it might do some good. Keep your faith in Jesus Christ. The whole country needs a healing. I only know one person that can heal the whole country, the whole world, and that's Jesus Christ. Say a prayer for our leaders. Say a prayer for everyone hurting around the world through COVID, financial hardship, or any other afflictions. I love you all. Until next time. Ciao.